Okay, we are here, I think. Yes, we are. Very nice. Hello everyone, and welcome to Ero Pc F3, where today we're going to be racing around the Circuit de Catalunya in Barcelona, Spain. Okay, let me get the Discord open this week so I can go and shout at people. Oh, just give me a sec. That needs to move. That needs to do that. That needs to do that. Bang. Let's get moving. Let's get on with the session. Alright. Who's furthest around the track? I already know who it is. It's Mish, as always. So, we're going to be going on board with the Ferrari driver to see a lap around this circuit. So, I don't really know. Did the Spain have corner names? I don't know. New corner 1, new corner 2, new corner 3. Somewhat new corner 1. But, let's see how it's going to go. All I know is at the moment, who's leading the championship? Was it Adam Lapage? I don't know. He's one of the hash drivers, I think. Or Ivana. I don't know. Anyways, Snape is now starting his lap. So, here we go. Coming down towards turn 1, easing the curve to open up turn 1 nicely. Over the curb. And just strokes the second one, I bet, I guess. Sounds a bit criminal, but anyways. Karen got about a minimum speed through there, braking at 50 metres. Drops it to 4th on the power. Just through the gears, make sure not to run wide. 50 metres. Launch it into the corner, then run it out onto the curb on exit. As you want to brake somewhere near the start of the curb here. As Mitch almost gets into the apex, but not quite. It is just the banker opening up the fast right-hander a lot. Can carry a bit more speed, but again on your bank you just want to get a lap in, braking at about 85 metres, I guess. Just about keeping it in track limits, wrapping it back round, braking at the yellow bump on the inside of that curb, and then heading down through the final sector, down to second gear, mounting the inside curb of the first part of that chicane a bit, which will have costed him a bit of time. But it's not going to be that detrimental, and it's a 19.0 for Snape. Who's next? Varga is next to the line, 17.7 for the Alpine, and will be followed shortly by his teammate, who is now on the way. Cross the line with a 19.4, then David Hoy in the Haas. Lapage needs to go back to the pit lane, since he has a quali ban. You are allowed to do 1 in 8 lap to check your setups loaded and whatever. So if he continues driving, then okay, he has it good. Clappers on a lap. Didn't race in Japan, I want to say. My memory's not very good. Let's see how the Aston can do. P4, not bad at all. Vanek is next. Aston Martin, another strong team this season. It's P6 for Vanek, which is a nice lap. Let's have a look at the standings real quick. So it is Vanek who leads the way, followed closely by both Haas drivers, and then the Alpine of Varga. He's on that lap. I don't think anyone is. Maybe Churex going back to back. He's 3 seconds down. I don't think anyone is at the moment, to be fair. Where is... Let's have a look. Top 7 have all done very nice times to start with. I'm in 6:10. Then there's a bit of a gap. Down to Parasnake, Schulze, and then Shireku is starting out on a wheel today. I don't know. I think he strode controller before. So it's going to be interesting to see how he can do. And I wish him the best of luck with the wheel, as I was awful first starting out. One lap pace isn't bad. Well, it's not awful starting out, it's just getting that consistency when swapping to a wheel is a nightmare. Let's just go and put with Bakali in the Alpha Romeo. And let's see what Bakali can do. Again, opening up turn 1 nicely down to 5th, really nice. 3, 1 and 2 there. And ooh, that's a weird game physics. Really weird physics. Mitch, I'm not putting you down as a DNF because you completed a lap without putting it in a wall, so realistically, yeah. I know it's a normal place to spin, but you normally spin through the corner, not there. He sort of spun not on the exit of this and not on the entry to that. He sort of spun in between them, which was weird. I can prove it on my lap if you just drive normally, man. Anyway, let's have a look at Avila. Disconnected, so couldn't really do it in the first run, but well, it shouldn't be a major issue. Now heading into Sector 3, as Mercedes moving out of the way, which is nice to see. No more quali bans needed, where we have had a few. Ooh, cheeky spin, keeps out the wall though, so that's fine. Vargas starting the new lap. We had a really solid banker. 18 thousandths on the David, which is always a good sign. This track is not normal. I think it is. That's a 10th and a half up already for the Alpine. It's a good start. I'm expecting pole to be like a 72, 73 maybe, I don't know. David will do some wizardry out of nowhere or something probably. If not, someone else will do it. And I'm most looking forward to seeing who can do that. Varga though, almost 2 tenths up, found a little bit of time in the middle sector. A few phasals. But time is time, and well, the finest of margins can be what can gain you a position here, to be fair. As shown by the front two at the moment. Anyways, up to the line for the Alpine, clean last sector, and that's going to be a 17.6, which is a good lap time and a solid improvement from Varga. Although I think he lost a bit of time in the final sector, actually, it seemed. It looked good. No, the chicane did, I think, maybe before that. He lost a bit of time. Jimmy Enchuk to the line then, 2.5 tenths up, so this is looking like a good lap. It's 17.3 already, there you go. Strong lappers, that's terrifying. Lappers on the racing line, but couldn't really do much. Ivanek is almost half a second up in the Aston, which is a good start to the lap. Let's hope he just doesn't make any mistakes to finish it, and then let's hope that I don't commentators curse people today. There is an AlphaTauri in the chicane ahead, but that doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem for him, as there's also an AlphaTauri glitching onto the track, so that might be an issue actually. As Ivanek goes up to P4, David has backed off. Hara Keeps it at the wall though. Mitch. No. David, no. Manny, just Ella. Chuck's also just Ella. This, I think, is going to be David again. That we have to wait for another. That we'll have to wait for another lap. Come on then, David. Off you go. Starting a lap, mate. Can he find 4 tenths or 3.5 tenths? 17.3 is quick. Yeah, it's a very nice lap from Jimmy Henshaw. Cool. That's another back off from David. Herbert actually got into the 18s on this first run, didn't mention it, but you know, sometimes I do forget to mention stuff. There's a Ferrari off-roading up ahead, and by the fact that Churek's in the pits, it's Mitch, as Herbert's already backed off. Power, he hasn't got much battery. Is this a lap? Can't tell. Still can't tell. He's half a second down. I'm going to say no. David will be going again soon. But I should probably watch someone different. Bjorn has had a collision with a wall, it seems. Bakalik is on a banker lap. Well, rev the engine to show that he wasn't happy with the game's physics. Unfortunately, the game cannot sense our frustration for a screen, and if it could, then I don't know, maybe the game would be better. Anyways, David, this time round, third time's the charm. The tyres are going to be a bit meh. That's a good way of quantifying how tyres are going to perform for you. Definitely. Source, trust me, bro. He's a 10.5 up. Someone's left the session. I didn't even see that was a car off. Heading through the middle sector. Hooks that quite nicely. Avoids the sausage curb on exit, which is the sausage of death. No. Out of context. Sausage curb of death. But David's 3 tenths up goes wide though. That's going to cost him a lot. Bit wide through there, doesn't get on the power too early. This not looking like the best of last sectors so far. Oh, yeah. No. I'm not sure about netting those curbs. When I go over them, I just seem to lose time, as David has improved slightly. Back a leg on again. Is backed off. Clapper is preparing the lap. I wouldn't recommend sitting still on the track though at 0 kph. He's slightly moving, but the game will probably still disqualify him because it's terrible. Luckily it doesn't, as Bakalik does a 19.9 with 8 battery, so that's actually quite good. Let's see what he can do with battery. Almost full throttle, a little lift on entry, but that was about it. 8 tenths up already in sector 1. Ooh, onto the grass. It's fine though. It's not going to be detrimental to the lap, shall we say. So heading up into whatever corner this is, I should probably get a track mapper. Quite nice. Actually very nice, to be fair. And is there a second up? Into the final sector. Okay, keeping it close to the inside curve. Decent exit. Red Bull moving out the way nicely. And ooh, a bit slippy on that curve there. I've done that before. I got a warning for it as well. Didn't get removed. Fuming I was. Anyways, backlick to the line, P8. Slots himself in no man's land. 2 tenths up, 3 tenths up. 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 2 tenths up, 3 sort of in the middle of everyone, which is for some reason what I feel like he did last week. Power's going again. Oh, it's just me, but whenever I'm on board with power, it's always very jittery. I assume that's just the connection. But, yeah. Likes to lift a lot through there. Maybe he's running higher wings. I haven't been checking Beagle's top speeds. Although I'm sure if I checked Adams, it'll be criminal. As far as not improving. And she was barely down. I'll go back on board. Bit on the sausage curve there. That's not ideal. What's the time? 3/10 then, yeah, no, not ideal. Mitch. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Cheer it, let's see how he's getting on the wheel. Rocking. Trying to figure out what helmet that is. Is that a custom helmet that's been made, or it looks like something on top of it, I don't know. That's probably just drawn into the helmet and I'm actually blind, but you never know. 4 attempts up. Good start. And he's in higher gear, just probably getting comfortable with the traction. And all the joys of using a wheel. Which, I mean, I still use really high gears anyway, because 1, it's broken, 2, he's got away with one there. 3.5 attempts up. Based on how this lap's gone, surely he's got a lot of time in the final sector. Ooh, my bit white there, but it's still looking like a good start for Churek. Nice chicane on the throttle, nice and early, and out the final corner. 19.2 behind his teammate. That's Mitch probably thinks he's giving us such stream, but he's not. Sorry, Mitch, you're not being helpful, unfortunately. As the session has now concluded, David's gone off track, got away with one as well. Jimmy and Chuck stayed in the garage. And this quality session's gone very quick. Oh, David. So David's not going to be on pole. Ivanic's also not going to be on pole. Varga has finished his lap. Herbert, improving slightly. You need to improve by at least a whole 10th just to gain 1 position. Maybe it's possible. Here's me, just the Mercedes look really just wide compared to every other car. It just fills up more of the screen. It's probably just me. Maybe it's the halo. I don't know. It doesn't get any places though. Clapper is almost 2 tenths, so I could gain a place out of this, to be fair. This is a Ferrari on the grass. David Hoy retires, Churek retires. And Clapper has a Ferrari on the racing line, and that's going to bin his lap into a wall. Pain. That must have been terrifying. Anyways, there you go. And it's quali done as soon as Mitch. Oh, he's gone back to the pit. And there's a tyre in the pit lane. That's always great. No, Jimmy and Chuck takes pole in the Red Bull. Varga second, David Hoy third, Ivanik fourth, Herbert fifth, Clapper sixth, Backe seventh, Bakalik eighth, Ferres ninth, Para 10th, Ferrari 6th row. Schultz and Turville on the 7th, Rasmussen and Lepage, who served his quali ban, on the 8th. Right, let's get on with this then. There's your grid. Bang. In case you missed it. Very nice. Let's go to the race. You know. Did I like Mitch's curbed car? Maybe I did. You never know. Right, here we go. Let's get on with the race, shall we? Get this one out of the way. Because I don't like swearing. I got a torch. That's kind of cool. Get in. Is it working? Oh, yes. I have a torch. You can't see the torch, but it sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't. And I don't know why I have it. It's lagging a bit when it's on the torch, but it's still more stable than Adam Lapage's internet, so I'll take that as an absolute dub. Anyways, we're starting in 24 seconds, so enough of me talking about a torch. And more about the racing that's about to occur here in Spain. What tyres will everyone go on? I don't know. Someone's going to work out like a four-stop strategy and finish like P2 somehow. More than likely. Normally happens. Anyways, going to the grid now. And the likes are now coming on ahead of the race here in Spain. And it's like, say, as we get underway, it's a good start initially from Varga in the Alpine, it looks like. But I think Jimmy Enchuk had a better second phase. It's been a good start for Ivanik as well. He's close to the back of the Alpine. Jimmy Enchuk's going to lead into turn one. Ooh, that was close between Clapper and his teammate. That wouldn't have been ideal for both Aston Martins if that collision had occurred. Mitch going around the outside there on an Alpine. Oh, there's contact, and that's two cars barreling off into the barriers. That's not ideal. That's not what you want to see. Let's get the details on as Mitch has got a 10-second penalty. Churek's crashed, and oh my! What's Mitch doing? It's about a 5-car pile-up. Well, that's always good. Turn 4. Yeah. Oh, dry freeze for the front too. That's not ideal. Yeah. Anyways, it's a mixture of mediums and hards up and down the grid. There's neither of the front two could make it to the pits in time. It looked like Varga wanted to go in, but it was a bit too late. There's that was an eventful first one. VSC already, so get your Kingter out for this one, because you're gonna need it. As Clapper on the back of David, probably wants to make a move while he's on the mediums. David covers it off, but Clapper's going to probably try to go down the inside into turn 4, as he's going to keep his nose alongside the Haas, and they're still going to be side by side into 5. As around the outside goes Clapper. David going for the exit on the inside. Just cuts himself across and back into P4. So no move for Clapper. As this is technically the fight for B2. As the front two have got drive-throughs, which will need to be served. As all Clapper's gone deep. And might invite Herbert a bit. Well, it's not going to. As now into the final sector. Sort of just a bit head to tail at the moment, it seems. As Varga's in to serve the drive-through. We'll be the first one to do so. Jimmy Enchuk just staying there for one more lap, probably just trying to get himself into a good place on track. Varga will give us a good representation of where Jimmy Enchuk's probably going to come out. It seems like he's going to be in P11. 2.5 seconds behind Snake, who has a dodgy 10-second penalty, shall we say, probably. Because you don't get 10 seconds for losing time drifting into a barrier, and yeah, that's always great. As the yellow flags for Tuavila, which isn't ideal. As he's had a spin, and Clapper close to the back. It looks like there's been a collision between Baki and Rasmussen back here. Not sure what's happened, but Baki's missing an end plate, and Shimianchuk has gone to the pit lane to serve the drive-through penalty. Clapper close to the back of David Hoy, however the Haas has just got superior straight line speed, not using the battery either, as Bakalik is up to 5th in this race ahead of Parrot. So let's start for the Alfa Romeo. He's got a bit of time to catch up to the cars in front as well, who will most likely be fighting, so he might be able to make it up the field. Lapage from the back of the field, up to P7 as well in the Haas, I've seen. As a spin for Bjorn Rasmussen in the final corner, and back he's gone to the pit lane to get the wing repaired. Hopefully remember to stick it on yes on the repair, otherwise for just an end plate they normally just go nah, sod it. Let's not repair it because they're stupid. Anyways, again Clapper going a bit deep into that corner, maybe that is just his line, I don't know. Ooh, that was close, and that's going to potentially invite Herbert, but he wasn't quite close enough there in the Mercedes. Clapper will need to avoid mistakes like that. He needs to stay close to the runners at the front here. And on his mediums, he ideally needs to make a move, but he's last in a 3-car train, as David has just got a nice run in the straight line. The straight line speed wasn't as criminal as I thought, as Herbert moves up into P3 as well. And he's going to now be the lead attacker on the mediums to try and get past the hard runners, who are currently in 1st and 2nd. As there was a spin, there's another spin for Morten Schulze. Well, it seems like quite a quiet race now. You got the front 4, then you've got Bakalik, who probably will struggle to catch, to be fair. Depends how much he's on fight, like I said. As Lapage makes a move on Parrot in the Alpine. That's going to move him up into P6 in the Haas. Makes it a Haas P1 and 6 currently. As well, that's good. That will be 33 points, I think. Yeah, my maths is correct. And Aston Martin are doing well as well with 30. There's Ivanek quite close to David Hoy. And further back, Shimianchuk getting ahead of Rafael Ferraz, and still has that lead over Varga. Varga did start on the hard tyres though, to be fair to him, so you know, was at a slight disadvantage. The front 4 still very compact here at the front, and well, unless someone gets very close of Herbert and Clapper, then it's going to be difficult for them to make a move, as Bakalik's lost about a second since the last time I mentioned that gap as a spin for Para's into the wall. I think it seems to have kept momentum good, so maybe just a bit of a snap across and sort of bumped off the wall, but he's definitely lost the front wing. But the game won't show me. Why can I not select camera angles? This game's awful. Anyways, Show lap times. Yeah, go on then. 22.3 there for Vanek. 22.6 Lapage. 21.2 for Jimmy Enchuk. 23.2 for Raz. Didn't show me Varga as Ivanek's gone round. I don't know what's happened there. I was just having a look at the lap times and all of a sudden something key's happened at the front. And there's also quite a big gap. And oh, Herbert's gone as well. That just leaves David Hoy and Clapper now at the front. Hello Marco, how are you doing? It is going well. We've had a VSC, we've had a few spins, we've had a dodgy penalty, we've had some drive-throughs, you know, just the standard stuff. Anyway, Jimmy Enchuk. That was close. Is he going to send one down the inside? Of course he is. Just get the move done. Oh, he's gone off track a bit though. That's going to allow Herbert to sweep back the position and back up into P6 as Vargo's fighting with Ferraz as well. Would have been up there on pace, and AlphaTauri didn't get ghosted. Yeah, the ghosting system on this game's awful. Yeah, it's not surprising, honestly, at this point. Not careless for our race. Who's actually done well in, what's it called? What do you mean, Chuck's passed? Oh, there's yellow flags. Who's gone there? Lapage in the house has gone. That's not ideal. What's actually going on in Pc F2? I don't really pay attention anymore. The only years I pay attention to a Pc F1 and 3. As well. PlayStation's PlayStation. Why would I care about that? And well, Pc F2 I don't really have anything to do with it. As Beyond's getting lapped with yellow flags. And David's not too far from Morton either. There's a few cars back here all in close proximity so they could fight. The place you don't want to be is Mitch, who's 10 seconds, or Para, who are sort of just in no man's land right now. You haven't missed anything, just boring commentary from Quill. Yeah, lovely. What, so you're saying that you're not enjoying your new commentator or something? Because if so, let me know, as we got a crash. And we got a safety car. Whey! Well, that's good for the medium runners. Not bad. Yeah, we need you back. Nah, I gotta get to the, shall we say, in the, I guess you can call it interesting division. A lot of stuff happens here that you wouldn't see anywhere else, I will say. And for comedic effect, I enjoy it. I also enjoy Stewart in it because, I don't know, it's just quite funny. Just watching some of the incidents, because trying to make sense of what's happened is always, you know, good fun. Anyways, 2 cars out. Not bad considering how many spins we've had. Our races are just boring. This start of the season, we've had some weird. We had a weird one in Pc F3. I can't lie. David stayed there. Oh, they just finesse the mediums to the ends. I can't lie. Just stick on and just go for it. You might as well. If you had 2 sets, just yeah, literally go for it. I guess. I don't know. Ooh, hello. Bit of racing. Back a leak. Fighting an AlphaTauri who is a lap down and 11 places behind. Maybe to a relation of Pitt. Like just a thought. You know, he could have been on the lead lap, but instead, yeah. Like PC F3 has live streams, we don't even have the budget for that run out before Japan. You need to get new investment, mate. Like, I don't know. Ask Watch, just go on the server right now, ping him and say, can we have new investment in the commentary? Because, well, I mean, you have to try and find someone. I can't do Saturdays. I can maybe do once in a blue moon. But, yeah, no, Saturdays I CBA to do stuff anymore. So I'll move to Fridays. And even then I can't be bothered. No, I'll do PC F3, but, yeah, I don't know. Raphael's typing, he's, it's not safe, mate. Get off your phone. You shouldn't be using your phone. Oh, his downshift's not working properly. You know what, that's a reasonable excuse to be on your phone, I guess. Take one hand off. Don't even need a downshift anyway. Just did the whole track in 8th. It's quick enough. It'll do. Anyways, we're not restarting this, like, but are we? It all depends on Adam if we are restarting it. Who's gonna win the race? Ooh, I'm gonna go with, you know what? I'm going with Jimmy Enchuk. I'm gonna say Jimmy Enchuk's gonna win the race. That is my prediction. Really good quali lap. Very strong with a 17.3. I just think he's gonna have the pace today. You know, he's got. I don't know. Oh, lay pitch. Yep, nice internet. Raphael's getting. You see, so what Adam does is he goes to his internet box under safety cars, flicks it a few times, and goes, "Good luck, everyone, 'cause you're all gonna die." And he doesn't actually kill anyone. He just scares them. And Raphael is normally quite close to Adam, and is a victim of this attempted scaring, but I feel like Raphael's used to it now and has found weaknesses in Adam's system. And yeah, can they say it will not happen? Commentaries get you already know. I curse everything. That's the whole. What is going? How's he ended up here? What? What? Why is he ended up there? Where's he going? What is that? Oh, I love that. That's great. Oh, what is that AI can't do it? Anyways, here we go, David. At least we got one Hash driver who's doing something normal. Oh, there's an AlphaTauri gone. David's gone. See you later. It's like a 1.5 second gap. What is this? Oh yes. This is what you love to see. You got a Red Bull Ghost in as well. Get involved. Why not? Honestly, you might as well. Varga's having a look at Herbert into turn 1. He's not going to get that one. Everyone's getting 5-second penalties for ignoring yellow flags as well. Because why not? Oh, this is brilliant. This is. Absolute quality. Bakelit's actually ruining David here, to be fair. Bakelit's got some pace in the Alfa Romeo. Varga's going for the move. See you later. Is what he's saying on those mediums. As all well out, we got a bit of a frenzy here of everyone rushing after the back of Bakelite. Oh god, this is going to be great. This is what a restart. Mayfish isn't on the grass anymore, but he is behind Adam Back. Ooh, bit of a. Was that a punt? I don't even know. It felt like the camera just jolted. You can still see David, so that's a good thing. He's not running away. Although 11 lap hards does make it slightly difficult for him to just go nah bye. Was Jimmy and Chuck always ahead of? Yeah, he was. I'm just stupid. Anyways, I wouldn't recommend using all your battery yet. Is all I'm saying. I'd save it while you're in this train. And Jimmy and Chuck should just follow Clapper. Clapper makes a move, Jimmy and Chuck makes a move. If Jimmy and Chuck makes a move, then Clapper's out the way, to be fair. But oh, yellow flags, Raphael. Not ideal. What a tyre temp saying. Ooh, cheeky 100 on the rear left. Very nice. That's just what you like to see. Your tyres overheating. As there's more yellow flags. That's Bjorn. I don't know if he's spun or he's moving out the way for blue flags. One of the two. Oh no, he's spun. Two-wheeler's got 3 seconds. And it's on the exit of turn 5, 6, 7, 8. On the exit of 8. I can do maths. Actually, it's not even maths, I can count. Although, to be fair, some angles on the track could be incorrectly presumed to be a corner when it's actually not a corner. Jimmy and Chuck's got a bit of pace. And Clapper's going to leave him the room on the outside to go for it. And he's going to take that space. Is he going to get the move? By using the space, he is going to. And he's now provisionally in the race lead, so very nice. As Clapper is right on the edge of track limits, taking some sort of like esports looking line, I can't lie. Wouldn't be surprised if you see everyone taking that in whatever those sweaty leagues are called next week. No, if they ever race Spain, I don't know. If they race Spain, then I'm sure you'll be seeing that. Jimmy and Chuck has hit the gravel a bit. Not ideal, but you might got a warning. Vargas here as well. Clapper has had a moment, and Vargas going, thank you very much. Rain the outside, but Clapper's still keeping alongside very well. Vargas going to continue to try and make the move. They're going to go side by side here. This always ends well. What did I say? It always ends well. There you go. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. If anyone can explain to me why, if you're side by side into that chicane, you think that, yeah, let's just firm it, like, I'm sure nothing bad's going to happen, then let me know if you think the same. And also give me some reasoning for your thought process, because I'd really like to know. Slopage. Adam and Adam are fighting. All we need now is Shosty in this tier, and we can have Adam v Adam v Adam, which I'm sure we've had at some point before, I want to say. Did we? I'm trying to think. There was another Adam at some point, I feel. We should just get a full tier of Adams. Just get 20 Adams on the grid. And have Adam fighting Adam for the championship. While the other Adam's trying to help Adam out in the constructors, and then 4 Adams are 4 wide on a track at 4 wide at Monza. All getting slipstream from another 4 Adams in front who are also 4 wide. So you've got 8 Adams in a formation. They all then go 8 Adams into turn 1 at Monza. You have 2 Adams off the track, 2 Adams spun, 2 Adams going flying over curves. 1 Adam gets taken out by that, and the other Adam comes out on top, and it's the superior Adam. Latifi and Senna mindset. You always have to send it if you see the gap, otherwise you're not a racing driver. To be fair, he did say that. Although, I'd argue that there was a gap there, he was alongside, but there was also a big curb, and I don't need to do any maths, but if you do somewhat of a gap multiplied by a big curb plus Aston Martin F1 car divide it by what you're driving, so Alpine F1 car, it equals someone's going to spin and there's probably going to be a report I'm going to have to review. So based on that simple maths I've just done, you can then put it into the formula of don't go too wide into the chicane in the last sector at Spain, and you then get an answer of why have you done that. If you need that maths verifying, I'd recommend, I don't know, speak to a maths professor and he'll be able to tell you that I'm chatting absolute rubbish and that my formulas are not actually correct. Anyways, as Jimmy and Chuck got on me, he's literally tailgating Ivanek. Sure, he's got to go for it. Oh, good exit though, maybe. Had a bit of a where the revs go up in the gear and then the car sort of just goes, nah, can't be asked to accelerate, like, and then you're just like, well, why have you done that then? And then the car's just like, dunno, mate. Anyways, good luck with the rest of your race. Also, anyways, Jimmy and Chuck's going around the outside, and Ivanek's going to keep it in there, but the fresh tyres, that aren't too fresh anymore, but they're still fresher than Ivanek's. They've got, you know, mate, the Red Bull so he can make a move, and my prediction for the race wins looking pretty decent, can't lie. Maybe I should go put a bet on. You know, football on. I have a coming for. I think West Brom are playing. I need to check that championship. And Jimmy and Chuck. He's gonna be in the DRS. 7 mins. Oh, bastard. Oh, I shouldn't swear. Sorry. I mean, oh, flippity flip. We need lots of money for Modge, so that. Actually, no, we don't need money for Modge. Actually, no, we do. I don't want to get fired from my job. Although, please lend me a tenner, mate. I need it. Oh, we're away to per. Oh, we are not very good when playing away. That's not ideal. But we are doing okay so far. Not bad. And enough of me waffling about football. I should probably pay attention. Sorry, I just like football. I'll give. Oh, Alpine rated. El Plan. Who do you support in football? Well, by the fact that I was just discussing the Birmingham versus West Brom game, and I was like, "Oh, West Brom playing soon." I think I support Bristol City. Bakalic's in a wall. That's not ideal. Anyways, Herbert's up to P4, so that's nice. Preston is what. Yeah, nah. I think I actually support Blackpool. Anyways, Varga, after having a spin, is back to where he was on track because Bakalic kinda messed it up. Lepage is not running low enough wings, so I'm going to have a word with him saying, you're making the races boring, stick 0-0 on, otherwise I'm going to disqualify you from the championship. Although it's not looking good bread for him in the championship, it's also not looking great for Ivanek or Hoy, although Hoy has got out the DRS of Jimmy Inchuk, but he still has to pit, which is, yeah, not great, and I don't think he's going to be able to catch a whole pit stop up to Jimmy Inchuk. Although there'll probably be a safety car at some point, so he'll probably be able to catch the gap up to Jimmy Inchuk. But Jimmy Inchuk will then pit onto fresher tyres. David Hoyle sort of be potentially forced to pit again, depending on how late it is in the race. If it's, you know, the sort of time where you stick the softs on and finesse it, as David Hoyle goes to the pit lane. And that's going to result in, well, big fight and maybe crash. Yeah. Ivanek's also followed him in because whatever you do, I do better is his mindset, I'm sure, as Herbert and Clapper. Clapper can't get alongside him. And into the corner. Clapper can't get ahead. Tuavila's got another 3 seconds. Clapper. Yeah, Herbert's running a very nice amount of straight line speed. Iranik is ahead of Para. Snips up to B10 ahead of Bakalik, who was in the pit lane, so actually that makes sense. There's yellow flags for Bjorn, who is filling in Red Bull for Kompodłowski today. Although, I think that, I don't know, I don't think Jimmy Intra could be too happy if there was a safety car right now. Because he can sort of just sit there and drive a nice race to the end. Not really have to worry about anything since Clapper and Herbert are having a bit of a fight over P2. And while Herbert does have a penalty, Clapper will still want it on track in case he can't get the penalty removed. You never know, could have got a double warning, could have got, I don't know, a double warning, could have got pushed off track and got a track. There you go. I'll think of something else eventually if you give me enough time. You could have got one enter in the pit lane when he was perfectly within track limits and the game just went, la lol mate, have a warning. And he's like, well that's not fair. They'll report it if that was the case. Just like Mitch is probably reporting the 10-second penalty that the game summoned on him. I thought that was Jimmy Enschuk for a second and I was confused. I was like, surely he's not ran out of fuel on lap 21 of the race. But he hasn't. That's a good thought, actually. Theoretically, right, what is the quickest that you could run out of fuel? Because I'm thinking, go for like, oh, that was close. Clapper does not like that corner. That corner is pretty awful, to be fair. I was going to make a really awful pun, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I could. What was I saying? But yeah, if you go like Singapore, just bin an AI into the wall, get a safety car, proceed to burn fuel under the safety car, because it'll be more cost effective to burn fuel under the safety car to make yourself have even lower fuel. Then the safety car comes in so that you then bin someone else into the wall. You then repeat the cycle because maths. And eventually I'd say in a 61 lap race at Singapore you'd run out by about lap 40 something. Cost effective. That's actually not cost effective because if you're using more fuel then yeah, nah, waffling. Anyways, Mitch. Can you defend from Bakalik? The answer is not quite. Mitch also appears to have a lack of downforce. Or maybe it's a lack of his controller says nah. I don't know. Could be. Could be a good mixture of them, to be fair. Anyways, the gap at the front's 8 seconds. It'd be horrible if there was a safety car right now. As 1, my prediction would go in the bin. 2, my prediction would go in the bin. 3, Jimmy Enschuk would have a harder time winning the race, so my prediction would potentially go in the bin. It wouldn't guarantee go in the bin because I have faith. Although I like to curse stuff, so I'm still not convinced that my prediction's correct. Anyways, David Toys caught up to Adam Backy here. And an AlphaTauri spinning, which isn't Adam Backy because he's in P6. And he was like some amount far behind. That doesn't make sense. He was quite far behind earlier. I think he was potentially the AlphaTauri that got caught up with Churek and got damage and had to pit. Maybe he murdered someone. I don't know, but Jimmy Enschuk has decided that rather than playing it safe, he'd rather get that gap. Which, to be fair, is good because it means regardless he can pit under safety car and stick a fresh set of tyres and still come out in P1, and there you go, big range strats. That is what you call scientific innovation. If there's a problem, just fix it yourself. I respect that. And Clapper's managed to get back into Herbert's DRS after he lost it after the partial spin he had. Varga's not too far out, and David Hoy's going for Backy here. As I'm sure if he catches up to Lapage, he's just going to say, "Oi mate, get out my way, you're very slow," and be on his merry way, probably to catch some amount to the cars in front. As we've got a nice camera angle, to be fair. Shout out my man on the camera work. He's done us a solid there. As a gap at the front's 10 seconds, but let's ignore that. Clapper's right on the back of Herbert. I know he's got good straight line speed. Can he defend from a 10th back? It is a short straight, and yes, he can. Yellow flags. I don't know which one of those cars that is, but take your guesses. Leave them in the stream chat, because you know we need that good viewer engagement and all that. So stick your predictions and I'll reveal the answer by rewatching this. Actually, no, I can't be bothered. Don't bother sticking your predictions. There's no point. Thank you, Marco. I agree. Anyways, we may have an overtake sometime soon. Eventually, when Adam Lagpage lags out the way of his teammate, also known as Get Out Me Way. Which plan Get Out Me Way is going to be in force soon, I'm pretty sure. As we have 8 laps to go. Para's in the pit lane. And every time I say his name, I still want to go and sing that one Coldplay song, even though I don't like that one Coldplay song very much. But it just randomly comes into my head. Anyways. I don't know why I keep watching Clapper, he's just not getting the move done. Anyways, Lapage, it's time. Get out of the way of David, because you're slow. Thank you. And there we get to see if David in 8 laps can go on the ultimate charge to potentially claim a podium, as there's a Red Bull in a wall. I think one of these times, right, if I were Clapper, I'd just firm it with the... I mean, he's doing exactly what I said he should do now. Just firm it with the battery. Although, there wasn't ideal because Herbert also decided that he's an absolute lad. He's going to stick the battery on and just go, nah mate, you're not overtaking. And he also seems pretty comfortable on that second straight. Although, I think it sort of depends if Clapper decides to just drive him through turn 8. Because that could be a good strategy. Raphael's binned it, so that's going to be a safety car. And Jimi Hendrix is going to pit onto soft tyres, still being the lead of the race. Everyone else is going to pit now, and we're going to have an absolute mess to the end of the race. It's almost like I said this would happen. It's almost like I said this would happen. My genius, it knows no bounds. Ivanik's got 5 seconds for ignoring yellow flags on a car that is retired from the session. That is what you call incompetence from people who don't know how to make a game. Anyways, everyone's gonna go for the move. Go on, but late break it. Oh, should have gone for it. David always staying out. Ah, it's actually kind of a pretty epic strategy, I can't lie. He's going to be P2. He's sticking the battery on to potentially get ahead of no one because it's not going to help him. And I'll have a drink of water. Maybe I'll think of a quiz question. But yeah, I'll have a think. I've had a drink of water and I've concluded that I cannot think of a quiz question off the top of my head. So we're going to go to Google as we've got a nice mixture of tyres. Oh, football started. It's 7 minutes in as they've in a goal. Show me the score. I need to get like an app or something that tells me football scores. Because my phone doesn't want to work. Why is it in my suggested searches Vincent Company? That's not exactly what I asked for. Let's just search good, very epic quiz questions with answers. I can't spell the word answers. My phone does not want to connect to the internet. That's a slight issue because I can't ask quiz questions because I can't find quiz questions. I'm going to research again for good, very epic quiz questions with answers. If it doesn't pop up, then we're just going to have to accept that there can't be a quiz because the phone says no. Also, shout out to Avila, who's back on the lead lap. Also, shout out me for constantly pressing caps lock. Oh, here we go. 40 questions to make you a virtual pub quizmaster. That sounds like a bit of me. Here we go. I'm a pub quizmaster, mate. Right. Here we go. Right, let's have a look at this. What categories have we got? General geography. Here we go. Do we have sports? Yes, here we go. Right, no, that's a boring question. Those are all rubbish. We're gonna find another one. I'll look for F1 quiz questions because you know what? I can't spell that. 20 awesome F1 quiz questions. Right. These are also all rubbish. I need some new questions. Oh, there's been a crash. That's not a crash, that's just an Adam lag pitch. Tag quiz. Oh, here we go. 10 quiz questions on the latest F1 news. There we go. Although the safety car's about to end in a few seconds. What is this? Right. Alright, so which iconic brand have Williams stuck on their new car? Because I CBA to read it out properly. AKA, Williams unveiled the livery for their FW45 on Monday, featuring which iconic brand? There's your one quiz question. And if you want to know where I found the quiz, I actually found it on the F1 website. I feel like Marco may have done this quiz before, or seen it before, or he thinks that I'm taking the piss because the question's very easy. But instead, just answer the question and we might get onto a more difficult one. I got it correct, but I'm sick. Next. So I now know the answer. As Jimmy Enchuk is restarting the race. I don't know. How do you not know? Oh, bro, do you not look at cars? Oh, F1 car. Anyway, David's has a stinker of a restart. Mitch. Has he torpedoed someone or something? Everyone's weaving a bit. We got this going on. Oh, that's a bit of moving. Ooh. Ugh. Ugh. Contacts. Oh. You're panicking a wall. I've had really good reaction. I don't know. Alright, you know, I'll give you an easy... Actually, this isn't an easy question either. But who is Alfa Romeo's reserve driver for the season? There you go. Do you know that one instead? Because if not, then... Yeah, no, I don't know. Anyways, Varga. No. Jimmy Enchuk said no. My phone's gone off. It's that bored of you not answering the quiz questions that it's given up. I don't actually know this one, but I got it correct by guessing because I'm an absolute legend. Anyways, you got it correct. Well done. It is Porsche. Next question. Which legendary Ferrari F1 car did Charles Leclerc drive at Yas Marina this week? I don't... Bruv, no, I didn't know he drove a Ferrari this week, I can't lie. I don't really care, but I'm just going to guess that one. Oh, I was wrong. Anyways, Clapper to the inside. Side by side with David Hoy. As Ivanic's retired in the pit lane, and Clapper's up to P2. Well, I'm sure David's going to do his best to stay in the penalty range of Clapper, as DRS will also soon be activated, which will give the Haas an extra boost. And I don't know, Marco, these questions are rubbish. Alright, this question's rubbish as well. You know what, let's just get back to the race. It's crap. Anyways, I've got a better question. If you had to put two drivers from ERO in a boxing ring, who would you most like to see fight each other? That's a better quiz question. There's not actually a list of answers for this one, but I'll accept any interesting answers. Anyways, Herbert on fresh mediums is quite close to David on older mediums, and David's close to dropping out of that DRS range. He just needs to not lose a second a lap, which actually could be quite difficult. Actually, how many penalties? Oh no, Clapper's got a 5 second for a collision. Never mind, it probably doesn't matter all that much then. AJ versus Luke. Why? Who is that, first of all? I don't know who that is. Mode it. Was he in Pc F2 last season? Pc F2 last... Oh, okay. Was he the one who just got a ban for UAs because he just couldn't be arsed like? So, oh, hello. Oh, David's been almost missiled. Oh, he has been missiled. Oh, lovely. Adam's mating curbs. Here we go. Herbert's going for the move. I mean, he has just committed a murder nearly, so I'm not sure how legit that first going to be. Leif has just finally whipped out the 0-0. And he's whipped out some ghosting to scare Clapper as well, because of course he has. His internet is performing to definitely good enough standards. As my prediction at this rate might be correct. How is Clapper 10th? What? What? Hey? So Clapper's been put a lap down. So we'll take that into account when he finishes the race, wherever he finishes on track. He's going to be behind Backy. U versus D, that actually would be good. Out the final corner, Jimmy Enchuk's going to win this race in dominant fashion. I get my prediction correct for the first time ever. And Adam Lagpage is going to lag his way to the line. And he's not going to get a podium. Backy and Herbert do. Common EA game over 100%. He finishes behind Backy and Lapage, but ahead of the Alpine, so he's P5. That's probably the best we can do, is know that he's P5. If he gets a penalty route, he's definitely P5. So, there you go. My brain doesn't, like, work. Oh well, bye. I agree. Right. All I know is Jimmy Enchuk is an absolute beast and has smashed everyone out the park today. Shout out my man, yeah. Top performance. Driver of the day just for being an absolute legend out on the track. I know it's boring giving driver of the day to the race winner, but what can you do when someone just says, nah, see you lot later? Yeah. Anyway, that's a 18.880 fastest lap as well, so a complete performance, top to bottom. Brilliant drive. Here's your race director, for anyone who needs it. People seem to be getting a bit meh with each other in the chat, which is always nice. But you know, Bjorn finished 4 laps down. Ivanek finished 4 laps down as well, apparently. Anyways, I don't know. Before a murder happens, I'm going to end this stream and tell everyone to shut the front door, and yeah. Thank you all for watching. I hopefully enjoyed me waffling at some cars going around the track for an hour and 20 minutes. And we might see you again next week in Zandvoort for a sprint, which I'm sure we'll have just as many people. Actually, they'll probably have about 7 safety cars, 12 people upside down. And I'll probably want to eat a fridge magnet by the end of it. But anyways, see you all next week. Goodbye.